What's up, Calgary? This is Brown and Brown of 32 Visuals, and you're now tuned into all things Calgary. And today, we sitting down with the amazing artist, Harvey Nichol. What's up, sir?
How's it going?
Hell yeah.
My name is Harvey Nichol, and I'm an artist based here in Calgary. I'm originally from Tondo District, Manila, and I immigrated here when I was 14. And since then, I've just been doing art and started doing art full time about a year and a half ago, just before the pandemic happened.
Yeah.
So I was lucky enough to be able to grind.
Quick question. Before you came to Canada, were you learning English in the Philippines?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, English is like one of our main language in the Philippines. So
Yeah.
like it's taught in school
Yeah.
since you're a child. So it's been like American colonialism is a big thing there. Philippines was a colony
Uh-huh.
just before, and we got our independence just after World War II.
Yeah.
Yeah. So English is like a big
thing.
part of our culture.
Yeah. What are your influences?
My influences go far and beyond just art. For me, like I try to be influenced by everything that's happening around me. Recently, with what's going on around the world, as an artist, I feel like there's a sense of responsibility to tell those stories. You know what I mean, and to not only amplify underrepresented communities, but to also tell their story. You know what I mean? Yeah, and like for me, my influences like go from my identity as an immigrant, and I try to explore that into my art, and like my art is like a very reactionary in terms of what's going on around, right?
Yeah, because I see there's one piece that I really checked out. I've seen a lot on Instagram where there's a guy and he's grabbing someone's throat.
Mm-hmm.
He's choking someone.
Yeah.
So is this based off of like things you see, things you feel, or
both?
Yeah.
Both. Like that piece in particular, that's called Noli Me Tangere, and that's Latin for touch me not. And I based that title of this Filipino activist and Philippines national hero named Jose Rizal, and he made a book called Noli Me Tangere.
Okay.
And the book is a satire of what was going on back during like the Spanish colonial era in the Philippines.
Yeah.
But for me, I wanted to kind of have my own personal touch in that story. And for that, as a kid, I've witnessed a lot of domestic violence.
Yeah.
And that is a big part of that piece. And also, that piece also represent what's going on right now in the Philippines. The colors that I chose for that piece was based off the Philippine flag, and the Philippine flag, all of the colors have different meaning. Like the red represents war, blue represents peace, and yellow represents like the people, you know what I mean? And for that, I kind of wanted to put that upside down, and like in that piece, the guy wearing the blue, who's supposed to represent peace, is the guy choking the woman, you know what I mean? And like I feel like what's going on with the Philippines, the government, that blue, that like the guy that's wearing the blue, I represent that as the government, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Rather than like helping people, I feel like they're the one choking the people. Exactly. So, it's definitely a lot of layers to it. Yeah.
So, what's your process like from creating an art piece from start to finish?
My process varies a lot depending on the artwork.
Yeah.
Like for me, I try to work on different projects and multiple projects at once, so like I can kind of get a groove of it, and I can like if I'm done with one piece, and I could just like go to another one and then go back and forth, right?
Do you ever feel like it's kind of more overwhelming to have like 4 or 5 projects?
No, I think for me it comes natural. Like
Right.
I don't really like working on just one piece, just because
Too focused on one energy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like for me, like my ideas go from like my art responds to what's going on in our lives, right? And for me, like if I get influenced by something that's going on right now, I try to do my research on it, and to go from having just an idea to executing the idea, right? And I go from like sketching, and even like putting my sketch into digital, and then working on it digitally, and then printing it out, and then going from that point, right?
So when you see something happen in the media, or you see something happen in your culture, would you usually grab something from that and then create what you feel?
Most definitely. And recently, I've been going towards a narrative approach in my art,
Okay.
and to try like stories rather than
okay,
like
nice.
and yeah, and it's been quite interesting, like being and like for me, like I get very emotional when I see
Yeah.
these things happening
Yeah, of
right now,
course.
so it's like that kind of like that lights up a
Sparks you.
fire in my ass,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, to like do something about it.
Yeah.
And as an artist, I only have my voice, right?
course.
And like and I can like I feel like all of us have like the responsibility to
Yeah.
try and like do something about it.
Yeah.
And like for me as an artist, the only way I can do it is through my art,
Yeah.
right?
What does art mean to you?
Art for me is encouragement, as artists. What is it that we're trying to communicate, and how do we realize our own human potential? Having to express yourself is fundamental as
Yeah.
human beings, you know what I mean? And for me, art, when I see other artists doing their art fully with their own, unique twist on it,
Yeah, yeah.
like I get encouraged.
So, do you have any tips for any up and coming artists who want to get into this?
For me, I would say that, try to overcome your fear and your doubts, because that's the number one thing, is trying to, believe in yourself. And I know that sounds corny, but like that
It's
is
true.
the main fundamental thing, is just like if you have to believe in yourself, and
Yeah.
you have to, like, for people to believe in you, you have to believe in yourself first.
Yeah, exactly.
And
'cause we're
people
our-
follows.
Yeah, we're all our own worst critics.
It's hard not to compare yourself to other artists.
Yeah.
And,
Oh yeah, I feel that.
and like and you have to remember that these people that you admire, they have their own stories to
Yeah.
tell, and you have your own story to tell, and your journey is not the same as another artist's journey. So you just have to believe in the process, and like, what is your intention, you know what I mean? And as an as artists, those are fundamental things of
Definitely.
who you are, and what is it that you're trying to do with your art,
Yeah.
and what is it that you want people to get from your art,
Nice.
Those are main three things that every artist, not even up and coming, but like artists in general, just have to know that, right?
I have something too. Do.
Yeah,
Don't
great.
think too much. Don't talk too much. Just do it.
Exactly. And you can talk about creating, you can talk about your ideas all the time,
Yeah.
but there's a difference between,
Talking and
ideas and execution.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You gotta execute, man.
Exactly. And the only way you really make art is by making it.
My man Harvey, where do you see yourself in the next 3 to 5 years?
That's a big question, you know what I mean? And I try to take my days day by day, you know what I mean? But for me,
I think sometimes that's better.
it is because like there's the arrogance that you think that you're gonna be alive next year.
Yeah, right?
You know what I mean?
Something could change.
Something could change, and
Yeah.
especially in the time when like everything is super unpredictable,
Uh-huh.
you never know. But for me, I see myself like I started like going to art school last year, and hopefully in 3 to 5 years I'll be able to finish that. I'm going towards a narrative approach in my art, and I'm
Nice.
trying to write a comic book.
Cool.
And this year my goal is to release my first volume, and I've never done it before, so it's one of those like bucket list things that I
Yeah,
wanted to
just
do.
trying it out. Thank you for having us. Thank you for bringing us to the studio.
Of course, man. Thank you for coming,
Yeah.
and it is an honor being in this.
Of course. Can you tell the people real quick where can we find you on any media platforms?
You can find me on Instagram at Harvey is Dead, and you can also check out my work and my portfolio at harveynichol.ca.
Everything will be linked in the bottom, baby. All right, man. This is Brown and Brown
Thank
of
you
32
so much.
Visuals, and we're signing out.
Appreciate it, man.
But before I go, I got a small present for you.
Oh shit!
Yeah. So this
What is it?
that
Oh,
Samgyum. So this is Korean sesame seed coconut.
damn!
Yeah,
Fuck
man,
yeah!
For you.
I can't wait to put it in my rice, man.
Yeah, cook it with your rice, let it boil. It's real nice.
Is there fish in this?
I don't think so. It's just sesame oil.
Okay,
so
okay,
Are you
got it.
allergic to fish?
No, my girlfriend is, so
okay. Yeah, just read the directions, man.
Sounds good. Man, appreciate you, bro. Thank you
you're
for
welcome.
getting this to
Hell
me.
yeah. Yeah, in Korean you could say mashiso.
맛있어요.
Mashiso.
맛있어요.
All right, we out. Brown and Brown, 32 Visuals, all things Calgary. Signing out. Harvey Nichol. We'll see you guys next time.
See you.
Peace.